Unity Broadcasting.
Unity Broadcasting Television don't come for unify, sensitize, and inform Salon people home and abroad. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come for developments now we country. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation Salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come for developments now we country. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation Salon. We now independent media house. We dey here for unify, sensitize, and inform. Sierra Leoneans home and abroad.
We dey have so for talk, but waiting they happen. Political discussion, you for know but Salon politics. Religious messages, entertainment self no go left bien. We no go left nothing bien no.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
Developments now we country.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For developments now we nation Salon.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
Developments now we country.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For developments now we nation Salon. This not the team them where we dey talk about
Sierra Leone political history.
defeating the lives of fake people.
Waiting they be na social media.
One-on-one interview, we go bring you all the hot topics.
Unity Broadcasting TV say,
And we let myself and better Salon.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
Developments now we country.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For developments now we nation Salon.
Salon people una kushe, una kabo, una ado. Mina Chief Commissioner Vandy with una favorite program, the Monolog program. It's a monologue today. We the remote by the president in 4 years. We say immediately and we say we did right now from the time we he ask Salon people them for gain the power, for do for we think the way we expect. So we go talk about some good thing them what the president don't bring and some of the thing them we still a challenge. We go talk about this issue of commissions of inquiry and where people they use that for blame the president, say it's ineffective because they not only see the president, they hold people there and jail them. But when they talk about lack of understanding, because a lot of people don't understand separation of power, the independence of institution, so they go come and attack the government for do things in the interest where they are against the general interest, where they are against with constitution. So we go talk about that one day. We go talk about the Tolombo mentality where plenty people don't bring into the new direction, into the SLPP. And so they want to let the SLPP new direction deviate from the actual purpose or meaning of the new direction and take the mentality of the Tolombos, the Tolombo mentality, Braille Bobo Day. So if put them in pocket, that mean good, the idea that government for deviate from national development and pay attention to specific people for both certain pocket. So we'll talk about that. But first, I want to let everybody take time for share this broadcast far and wide. Encourage people to be part of this process, come and be part. Your input very necessary. Your debate with me very, very necessary. With the text, with the message you will send. And it means a lot. But you'll be providing more service when you decide for share and get more people for be part of the Monolog program, because this is the Hard Truth program, talking about Salonian growth and development. We compromise nothing. So kudos and bravo and my appreciation to the Iron Lady in the house. As tired as she may be at this time, but she decided for make sure the Monolog program still reach you and reach you with the relevant information for avoid gaps and for avoid vacuum. So now we take the program proper. 2017 leading to the 2018 elections, every political party came with plan, came with agenda, came with a vision, came with hope to the people of Sierra Leone. They promised and committed themselves for make Sierra Leone for change all that was not right. Among the political parties was the SLPP that was headed by retired Brigadier Julius Madabiu in the elections as flag bearer. Among 17 political parties that came forward, among 17 of them, including the incumbent, the ruling APC then, who has been in power for 11 years, went into the election. The people of Sierra Leone make assessment and saw the new direction, commitment, saw the new direction, promise, saw the new direction, document for be the best, and decided for vote for His Excellency retired Brigadier Julius Madabiu. First, in his campaign, he identified that for 11 years, APC added body on the Pekin. So he started with the Pekin, the future of the country. He said, Salon will only be proud of development. Salon will only be proud of success. Salon will only be proud of being an empowered nation when we prioritize the future, we Pekin them. Or where we invest in Motaman, where we call human capital development, where we make the lives physically, mentally, spiritually, morally, where we transform the living condition. We do something for let people become self-independent. That reliance spirit, if we take it from people and allow people for use the ability, the talent, the strength, the wisdom where God give them for benefit themselves. So you see, it went back on human capital, and the free quality education was the big envelope where all other things fall under. So it begin with the future. We're not the picking there. APC in governance brought another burden of 1 year of Peking being into school. They changed the 6334 to 6344. We make girl Peking that be the waste more time. We be they make Peking them. Then be then at school, they get belay at random because of the added year. We make the education was boring for we Peking them. President saw that in opposition and he said it not be good. That was not the best way for go, because you not go overburden Peking them. Okay, you go make them get some fatigue. Promise away and make a president where can be they take away the one unnecessary added year that was unproductive, that was not useful. Once he took over governance, he did that immediately. So that one the way say the president not do nothing. The first thing way he did now for make sure say wait till he tell the Peking that say the 6344 not go exist. When I ask if we still get the 6344, we get the 6334 still as it was. Where they give now Peking them the relaxation for concentrate and pursue. That was one promise he made and he fulfilled immediately he took over. Another thing he said, for sea salon people, they struggle with all the difficulties globally, locally, or whatever. Come glad they know they sleep where the time for let's go open the Kenya. Remember for pay school fee, remember for raise money. Yeah, but where school be the open. I say, as a government, if he come to government, if he take over power, he go make sure say nobody, no salon person wey get pikin wey dey go school, government and government assisted school, no go pay school fee. That responsibility, that think, that burden wey be there on parent them for pay for the pikin them, wey be dey make boku people them, no be dey pursue, wey be dey bring so much of a dropout. Instead, we be don't see we treat full up with people them way not be able for pay school fee for go further with their education. So they chose the street because space not be there for them. Now the formal education. Immediately the president take over, he launched out the free quality education. He take away and he tell every Kumbrasi, as long as you picking they go now government and government assisted school, you not for pay nothing. So it bring some collat and it save some parents them money. That money will be the fet for go pay school fee. He say now take them, Adam, pa you domestic reserve or solve home problem. If you be they pay 500 or whatever the money, now turn that money back. Okay, for take care of the home, the belly. That money they go able support you now for add per the money where they take for solve other problem. The president not left there. It be no say some pikin them can go school na certain area of the country, even for get lunch. They not get where school come out. All the computer can they out. The one that will get some opportunity for get lunch, they can go out for lunch, but they can sit down. I say, okay, let we make sure say we promote and expand the school feeding program. We spread on the most remote area. We say there's so much of economic problem. So that parents not go to Yagba again for lunch business. So that money where parents they think for provide lunch for picking them, it take down the again from them. Say, you know what, we not provide lunch again. School feeding program, we will take care. So that money again will be they go for lunch, where parents that be they spend per lunch. That the president take that burden from them. Now he say we not turn back that money for address home problem, for address the bread and butter. That is why when people that they talk say, hey, how the president be they talking about bread and butter. Now, it don't take away the pain of school fee. It don't save you for letting able get money for the bread and butter and the house. It don't take away lunch business. It save you money for take care of the bread and butter business. Okay. The free quality education also come with the provision of learning materials. Before, we be the see teacher and the guest, hey, chuck not in a classroom, we not even get duster, hey, this blackboard not the not facility, no, they will not, wait, we not get syllabus. So many excuses. What the government do? It makes sure say, every facility, every tool way for them a classroom, for teach the pikin them, it take the owners for provider. Every of the item, whether they use for teach the pikin them, it take the owners for provider at the classroom. We know how the core textbook them very expensive. Parents they spend close to million or above million for buy just 4 core textbook. Not talking about now when we get an increased core subject there. Okay, if they cost parents so much for buy the core textbook them. Now the president say, as a way also for address the bread and butter, this money we would they spend for buy book, it cause starvation in the home. Because if we not save that money there, we're not going able to take care of the home, the bread, we're not going able to solve the bread and butter issue. So nobody, no parent, not for buy any book. So if you be they spend 1.5, 2 million, 3 million for buy the books there, put that money now at the post and use them for run you home and make life easy for address your economic challenge. So government save parents there from that side. Okay. As a way for expand and encourage and for motivate the quality aspect of the free quality education, immediately the government increase the salary of the one that were responsible for the quality aspect of the education, when are the teacher them, it is the salary to 40% without waste of time. Now the only government is inside in first 3 years. It was no time increase the salary of teachers to 40, it make 40% increment. People that say, hey, president talk about free quality education. We not see the quality, but you see, people don't understand. When the president made the pronouncement, he made a call to everybody, the parents, patriotic Sierra Leonean teachers, principal, head teachers, everybody, for giving time, giving love, giving commitment, and be patriotic, show your spirit of patriotism to your country. Not only the president, they go to Namna classroom, they teach. We get people who say they're not trained and qualified individuals. Let me tell you, the best teacher, now the one way they teach for the understanding of the pikin, and the pikin they do well in the examination. You were not teacher, you go teach pikin there, you go sit the exam, you not prove well, mean say you not sabi the work way they do. So you then a classroom no more for waste state resources. You not fit for then a classroom. So what are they responsible for the quality aspect of this big national project? Now the teachers. So when are they read the APC operatives, that one they will not mean good for Salone, they can say, no, the free quality, no, we not see no quality. One thing, what did they tell me? That all the years where APC be done they produce teachers, these teachers don't fit for them our classroom. They're not fit for purpose. That the teachers don't know what they do. Instead, they're only there for sabotage, for undermine the process, for be corrupt, for corrupt the system. That they tell we say, we had people who were not fit for purpose. We're not able to handle. We picking the future. We're then at school for extort and exploit parents and picking them. Principals not fit and not capable for run the school's administration. Because if you're not able to effectively monitor and make sure say the output of teachers is effective for impact the outcome of the picking the performance, then it's a shame and disgrace. You don't expect the president for Tinapna every class for teach. No. So it gave motivation to the teachers. That is why he immediately introduced the Excellent Teaching Award, for performing teachers. He also introduced scholarship for teachers who don't take over 10 years in a classroom for get 3 picking they paid for into university. As long as you're a teacher, we don't spend above 10 years. The president say 3 of you picking them will get free scholarship to university. We see how the president will expand the construction of university to a point that when the former president go to up, they brag, they fake himself na kono. At the end of it, he left them disappointed. The president came, he brought smiles. Today we see the rapid development of the university, one of the most advanced and modernized university where they put up na kono. We see this government is the university workers, the salary to 75%. Okay, so now the free quality, there's so much, but if we say we talk about the free quality education, the time is not enough. Now let's go to the area of the security as one of the things we government do. We junior staff them in the military, will be they suffer for place. In fact, they get humiliation for rent, for which I for leave. When the president come, a brought smile to the military. We they see the most powerful structure where they don't put up now for we military and we force. The modern building, the modern structure, we get every facility for make we forces them proud. What did the president do for the forces? It is the salary it makes 75% increment for give, encouragement, for motivate with forces. In all they left that, he makes sure say the gallant women, over 300 of them will be the aspire. We saw the army as best destination. We be done the wish for be part of the army. We want to provide national service to the country through the army. He give them the opportunity for be enrolled at a go. Over 300 female. We see, of course, the continuous rice supply and the standard uniform with the government, because he knew the problem. So we see how much annually it is dumb rub skin and talk to these people. So we see the president is success in that area. We also see the president to the area of the journalists them. Journalists. Bad politicians, they take we no more for granted. They lock we 50 fata. Where you talk, he criticize that they use the law way be now the constitution. The 1955 Public Order Act, where politician the thief, where you talk them, they go, they jail you, they criminalize them. They be the user in their advantage. 2007, where on SB the campaign, be tell we say, where can you pull that law for make the journalists then get freedom for let them do. Instead, where can you use the same law against journalists them? Tambayona, one of victim. Janet Ali, another. Staff of Premier Media. We saw where APCB they instruct constant humiliation for them. Staff of New Vision, the independent newspaper. You got so many people where the APC victimized using the Public Order Act. But looking at the president, we don't face the greatest embarrassment, humiliation by journalists, criticism. You go expect a way you can, go even give attention because, it go appear like he empower the journalists them more for be when the president be talk say, I dey put this libel law, people they say, hey, Mr. President, pull out itself. You're not the worst person. The journalists then can just sit down out of their dream, they write all kind of bad things about you. You're not the one way they face the worst criticism, lie, all kind lie thing that they talk about you. But you say they come back, they give them people out again. Now kill now, they go kill you. Now I say no, when I left there. For let the country go before, everybody forget freedom. It waste no time. You don't pull the criminal libel law. You don't get rent to journalists them for freely, relaxingly do their job without any harassment. That is why every day you wake up, you see opposition, then all the media, you go, if you know you read them at 98, you go you read them at AYV, you go you read them all about. Even they operate the station the way they are established for promote propaganda. They still get liberty for sit down and talk anything. And government not they go after. When I see somebody go and talk about anything where they happen, then the government say, oh, for where you go talk against we, will they lock you? No. So we see. Again, another thing where the president do, you see, if we say when we take one sector, if we say we go into time not we see not only that the president take away the criminal libel law, but he also give supporting empowerment to the further state. Now, it may provision for let them get quarterly, less large go they get quarterly support subvention. He say it make the slash forget subvention so that they go empower, capacitate the membership for for be able for train them, for be professional, for make the work easy for them, for even hold government accountable. Imagine you they criticize government, but you see they fund you, they support you, they put resources for let you just grow up, for let you expand. So it provide money support. It create avenue, it encourage investors for now see the foreign state as place of investment, for boost them up. This is the president. That's a success story. Now let we go to the area of social. 11 years, football was dead, cricket was dead, tennis, everything was dead. Prior to the coming of the APC to governance, under the SLPP, Tijan Kaba led administration take we under 17 to World Cup. We not only go to the World Cup, under 17 World Cup, we go as far as semi-final na Finland. It was under the SLPP era we see cricket everywhere. We were dominant. When you talk about cricket, the days of AOD George and likes, you see cricket. When you tell any other country, say, Salon, they can't play you cricket, they panic. APC killed all that for 11 years. The president came, he resuscitated to a point. This is not the only democratic government to qualify with country to a Nations Cup. Forget about the days of the MPRS, he will tell you that. But these are the same person during that era. As a military head, he qualified for Nations Cup. He come back as democratic head, he take with to Nations Cup. People don't know the value of your qualification to Nations Cup. That is why they go say this government will do nothing. Once we were on that global stage, playing as a nation, flying the flag, that was a whole lot of economic publicity. It attracted a lot of people where we think say Sierra Leone was only known for being a place for corrupt people, for all the bad things. Now began to realize that no, Salon na a country of progress. They deserve all the respect. All right. So We left that. We see how football and other sporting discipline, they get massive support. And we see how then they don't create so much of job. Then we go to the area of they talk the social area. I don't talk about the sport and the job opportunity. Let's talk about this employment thing. Of course, the largest body where they create employment now the private sector. There's so much limitation in governance for provide employment. But what did this government do? Where APC and the operative, the bad, the both game will not get gank. Then say, as individual, they're not competent if for exist a political party unless they come together, for both one party. So what did they criticize and say this government they give too much of job to salon people there. So they say wage bill because government increase the teachers, employ teachers. This is the government will take over power. Over 10,000 teachers were there, trained and qualified, but APC refused for give them employment and make them independent. This government don't enroll them. You don't give them job. The teachers, the nurses were there. They don't spend years for be trained as nurses, but they not be get any hope of getting job. Over 5,000 to 6,000 of them now get job. They get PIN code. But the bad one not go see this one. They're not go see them because then ideology, now criminality and corruption. So anything good for them is bad. So then nurses, they enroll officers, female officers into with security. For them, it's nothing good, not to development that. What about the tourism sector? We don't provide so much of a job, don't bring so much of attention and attraction to a country in beauty. Look at the beauty of we beaches today. How we beaches is now being modernized and developed. Very attractive. Today, you go sit on a plane, you get magazine where they tell you about the touristic history of a country. This is the government only that has done that. We they see people that they run for go be part of Salon, people that they claim origin, the highest amount of inflow of people coming out from different part of the world, just tracing their route to Sierra Leone. Proud to be. Recently, we see sitting Senate Congressman Naya Komot. He go na Salon. He say the best government ever. He say they begin watch this government since they were elected, and since 2018, they have been seeing the success story of this government. So they're proud of it repeatedly said it that Salon, this is not the best government. A congressman here. All right. So we see how tourism, they bring people back for invest, they create job. Now we have tourism. Let's go to the foreign, the foreign affairs with foreign relation. How excellent this government don't do. This is the government we don't make Salon don't rise to the status of vice presidency in the United Nations ever in the history. You know what it mean for you rise to that position? Next, just for ascertain the presidency. There's no major decision that go discuss about the globe where Salon will be part, because we have the status of vice presidency now United Nations, the biggest body. For the opposition, this is not a success. Then they don't see that as a progress. This is the government, you see, the president, they hold two major positions in AU. Now the only president is where they go say you go be chairman of two big committee na AU. Now the chairman of the C10, chairman of the African Peer Review Mechanism, And guess what? Now we even left the C10. The C10, for the fact that we even don't rise up to the position of vice presidency. For me, C10, they tell you that the competency of His Excellency for be the only one way go champion the cause of Africa for get inclusivity in the United Nations is no doubt. Now let's come about the reason why the recent appointment of His Excellency, the endorsement for be the best African president, matter most. Now that having looked at it in democratic values, a human right record, a contribution to inclusive governance, they say, okay, take the authority for monitor and teach other countries where they deviate from the norms, from the good examples. Now, as chairman, the reason why people not value this position because they don't understand the importance attached to this position as head of the African peer mechanism. Now listen, they say you're responsible for checkmate government the way not they do proper in democracy, government the way they abuse human rights, government the way they promote corruption, where they engage in high level of corruption. If for checkmate, they draw them to attention, tell them, say, no. Government, the way they deprive, where they subject, where they subdue the citizen. Because we don't see, say, you're so much democratic that there's so much freedom, there's so much liberty, to a point that you even take away death penalty, where bad government they use. We present say every citizen in life matters. So you know for kill, we know for be a state for take life of a citizen. So it take away the death penalty. Where the whole world is celebrating for that, they are narrow and naive-minded people will tell you say this government not do nothing. It take away the death penalty. Okay, so they make the president, they say, you oversee the rest of the government in Africa of their record, their governance, the way that they rule them people there. So now we make you chairman. Now, let we left that side. Come back to in the area of infrastructure. Every area of Sierra Leone, they experience road and bridge construction to the point that the most deadly bridge where we be ever get at the heart of Sierra Leone, the Magbele Bridge, where the former president be the use for going to his hometown, that was a death trap. This government don't create, expand, modernize, and make them very safe and secure for the people. The Magbele Bridge. 2013, the only bridge where will be the use for link western area to the south, where be they make mobility easy, the Mabam Bridge collapse under the APC till they left power. They not ever make the effort for construct. This president not only don't construct that, he don't give them expansion, he don't expand them to fall in for ease mobility. You go na Kurbola, every corner now, all the dangerous road them where now be a death trap. This government not only they work on now, we don't see major of them completed. Okay. Now no chiefdom headquarter not in Asalo we know they enjoy 24-hour light. None. The mini grid. So when people feel say, oh, when there's challenge in Freetown, that so naive people will always think say, when you talk about Salon, when you talk about Freetown, that's Salon. Today, people they even make joke. They say if we face blackout now Freetown, can we village, can enjoy 24 hours. Places where they not be ever they dream of drinking cold water. Today they sell cold water, they sell ice block. Villages, they enjoy electricity. Yeah. So much for talk about this government in success. Now we'll go to the area of the woman then, the gender empowerment. The woman that say they want 30%. The TRC recommends say, women get the strength for developed country. When given the chance, they can make we country very progressive. All other government be done promise, hey, where we can we do this, we go give una request, una desire. This president say not only 30%, una need even above 30%, or they make up to 32%. They don't put policy together. They don't pull a bill, gender be way for give this 32% quota to women. It in a parliament. It is now left with the parliamentarians for just getting to law for let women get it. They had the hard-burning desire, the 32% quota in every aspect. We see now under this government, we get a judge now, the ICC from Sierra Leone, a woman, a female judge, they sit on the ICC. Now, where they talk about the success story of this, I even need 24 hours is not even enough talking about the success story, for the women. When this president take over, for sure, how he passionate about the well-being of women. We don't see the rampant domestic violation, how man they abuse women in a house, and they step on them. The president come with tough law. Well, now we get sexual court where they deal with man that will not value, will not get respect for themselves, where they feel safe for abuse we picking them. They want the way not decent enough, we feel safe for abuse women, for rape them, for molest them, for seduce them. Now farm law they for jail them for now made they create a special court. This is why the president is the best president, because he know how for address. Imagine all waiting the woman that they do for we still with the abuse them, with the rape them, with the subject them to hard labor, beating, domestic violence. The president said that not for happen. Any man way want for be violent, they be violent with himself, but not for take out to women. He provide tough law. He don't provide very, very, very tough law for prevent the hooligan, the lawless men. He say nobody not for abuse we picking them. They catch you, they rape, they gonna jail forever, life imprisonment. So it don't bring security and assurance and hope to women, and we got picking them. Say you deserve to be secured, and we should stand for secure now. But the bad people will not see this, because for them, they don't truly understand what's in our development. They won't talk about that one day. So with presidents, so don't do so. Now, when you go to Lungi right now and you see the massive construction of brand new airport, you go say, let with president remain in power until he tire. This massive and very big airport where they accommodate over 1.5 million passengers, where they accommodate mighty planes them, where they make we country become a hub for transiting. Now, only sober-minded people go see such a massive development and appreciate the president and say, let God continue for keep on for we. Upon concluding that construction, we will get the best airport in West Africa, and even in Africa. But they will not see it because then all waiting they care about now fake news propaganda. So many things for talk about. What about the youth empowerment? Look at today, we get a very dynamic youth minister where they engage constantly. They address. Now, this is the only government where make youth mandate. In every chief don't get farm. Government they provide seed for them. If they give them money back, say when I go work in a farm, Then wetin una dey work, wetin una dey invest na the farm, e dey for una get una don una dey sell am and empower una sef. Every single chiefdom get youth farm as a way for address and engage the youth. This government don't bring structures, so many different structures. We see both the one the way they into fishing, the youth the way they are fishing. This government support them with both the advanced equipped both them for realize the dreams. So there's so much to talk about this government success story. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we will continue. This is not just foundation. Tomorrow we come in, we talk about that. Okay, so that one the way, you know, what we say we dey spend time for talk about this president is success story. Time not dey. Time not dey. It's so boku. We not dey compare. Imagine how badly connected the city was. Maybe they make rampant fire incident because of the poor wiring, the poor electrification of Freetown, constant fire accident. This government don't take overhaul restructuring. Now the old cable them, maybe they cause disaster. Government they spend huge money for change every cable and bring more transmitter and expand electricity. That is why people that they rush today for build house. That is why they see high demand in electricity supply, because more players are coming on board. More people are getting access. So much. So I want to let you know that we will be very grateful and appreciative. There's so much this government don't do. Look, what about the area of corruption? First time we see government, they go after people they wait on thief with money. Over 40-something billion, they don't pull that thief man their hand. Maybe they not the past administration. And they use that, they invest that into the future of the country. Asset them where people that be they take resources for spend government don't seize that one day. Then let this bring me in fact to before I talk about the corruption, make I talk about the commissions of inquiry where people they misunderstand, where they blame the government. With president, when he talk about new direction, he really mean it. It means say every institution for being independent. A lot of people don't understand the setup of government. In government, we get the 3 arms. Just like we get fireside, you get 3 firestone them, where they make the pot balance, dinner, farm and safe. So government get the 3 arms of government. You get the executive when are the president, na the head. You get the judiciary when are the chief justice. You get the legislature when are the speaker of the house. All of the institutions supposed to be independent. But over the years, under the APC dispensation, none of them enjoy independence. For deviate from that old pattern, the president come and say, there should be no interference. Now, what do you do? After realizing that, and as by Kuroma plunged the country into the worst state ever in the history of the world. Economically, he so shattered the hope, aspiration, dreams, to a point that it caused Sierra Leoneans for dying in a desert. They flee now under the dispensation of Ernest by Command, where they see Sierra Leoneans, they don't mind for go die in a desert for escape, go through Libya. It's to away, left the country. They say, you're not going under it dangerous. They don't mind for go die. They be they left. So many of them were waiting on social media now where they misbehave. Went through horrible experience for left in the era of Ernest by Kuroma. So this government decide for problem. But as mandated by our constitution, whenever you set up commissions of inquiry and they do the findings, they give the report, the executive arm get obligation for do due diligence, either for agree with the findings or say, no, well, we take come out is below expectation, will not agree. And so government, they issue white paper. We see at the end of the very transparent, open process of vetting the past corrupt cartel where we be getting our country, we get a very comprehensive and robust report where they present to His Excellency. As somebody where they follow the due process, his executive, a cabinet member sat, they looked into the report and came out with white paper. In the commission of inquiry, upon completed and upon the release of white paper, the accused, according to the constitution, get right for contest any report and ask for appeal, go for appeal. The reason why una dey see the process seeming for be slow for una, I hear one guy dey labo. President said the people then correct, you not jail nobody. They will not see nobody in a cell because you not know the due process. With president, the constitution say where they offend anybody wanting before ever you punish her, that person get right for go appeal. All the one then where the commission of inquiry indict, don't run to the appeal court, say, therefore stop every punishment against them until the appeal court look into the matter, because they believe, say, everything where they talk about them, not true. And they get right for run to the appeal court. As we they speak, all the accused people, all the indicted individuals, now the commission of inquiry, then an appeal court, they contest the outcome, they contest the report. You know, we expect say the president for going to the appeal court for preside and say no, let them not follow the due process, let them just habitually arrest people and jail them. Until the appeal court can say, yes, una appeal valid, what did they say against una? Not get no merit, or una lost una appeal and everything the appeal say about una is upheld. In order to see any action contrary to waiting for common at the appeal court. So when they say waiting the president don't create independence. This is the president. We're not going to take court for go sit down a lodge or state house. The president don't get no business with the judiciary. This is purely judicial matter now. Okay, so I want to let people understand that. We don't see how the president don't resuscitate, don't modernize, don't advance with parliament. Today, even the opposition, the fair and strange for live in such a modernized environment. For 11 years, they did nothing for decentrify with parliament. But today, go and see how refurbished, how equipped with parliament is. It's like any European parliament. Dedicated even for the physically challenged. This is the government who has done that. There's no sector left untouched. We don't see under this dispensation, because of the reverse, every award where they come, every international report on corruption, salon the top, where they get so much of accreditation, so much of praises, all about because of we reverse and transparent fight against corruption. I make we able to pull over 40-something billion and take assets then, not thief man their hand for the state use. What about the mobile clinic for provide well body and take well body na all man do not? The mobile clinic where government bring, this is new novelty, it not ever happen. We see government as a way for boost we have. APC be they sit down, they run with country in field, the country be so dirty. One bicycle, we buy go say they not buy for clean with country. This government bring trucks them for clean and decentrify and make we environment conducive. So much more for talk about that. So I want people understand that we have a very successful government ever in the history. When they see people, this is the only country where they see opposition they cry because government they give job to citizens. They talk about wage bill, the wage bill high because government they employ Sierra Leoneans. They make them independent. The opposition they criticize, they attack the government on that. It's really sad. Well, finally, because if we're talking about, we say we talk about the government the achievement, time not the. So make I just close this. To the SIPP people where they come with the Tolongbo mentality into the new direction. By the way, waiting at the Tolongbo mentality. Now, where you think, say, the government for left for provide for the rest of my kind and just give attention to you because you say you be told the president yesterday now you think, say, the government for abandon national service. Okay, the government not for fund the free quality education, it for fund individual pocket. The government for promote Braille body. The government or government workers for take money where they're supposed to invest into nation building for sponsor individual desires. Now, Tolongbo mentality that. And that not to the one country, one people philosophy that one day. Not to the one country, one people philosophy that one day. Any patriot go be glad for see better health facility in our country because where we all sick, we want well body, we want forget the best treatment. Every proud SLPP person for see the best education system in our country. Every proud SLPP person for see this government construct all the abandoned road them where APC turn their back away from. If for see promotion of agriculture for feed we nation, reduce the huge amount of money where would they spend for go import rice. If for see say every corner of Sierra Leone benefit from development, no side is left out. We'll not forget the APC mindset say we for be selective in service delivery. It's wrong. It's really, really wrong. So sometimes while they listen, hey, now we be the dance for yesterday, today, they watch we self. What about the education where they provide? If you get fumble, it don't reward you because you fumble. If you not get picking, say, but if you get somebody, your brother, your cousin, what they go school and they benefit for, it don't reward you for that. The energy expansion we don't take now all chiefdom headquarters. That don't benefit you. I'm not even talking about the existing factory then now na Sungu. There's so many established factory then na Sungu where they give so much of a job. We see Nasi they spread the offices all about for take for improve the living standard of pensioners. So you wait then they grumble. Say, oh, if they not give you single-handedly, if they not take a put on your pocket, then a bad government. They not mean good for salon people. They you selfish, you greedy, and you know the worst person. We all for think of national agenda. All right. Until we come back with the monologue program. I love Una. I think it has been very, very wonderful with you guys. And stay tuned. Tomorrow we're going to expand. We're going to talk about more of the development. It's so plenty. What did this president don't do? Okay? We're going to spend months because this is a delivery president. Indeed, new direction is reflective. Today we get mobile clinic. We get motocar and we in our hospital. They will reach now you do not and treat you where you seek. We see the introduction of the drones for deliver medication to unreached areas of difficulties for rich, non-rich areas. So much. I love on all. Remain committed in bringing the reality and making Salon people be fully enlightened and empowered. Knowledge is empowerment. Okay. Some of you will be the wonder. I know say today you don't get the opportunity for be exposed, for be enlightened, for be empowered with the reality. So until the monologue program come to you again next week Wednesday, Mina Yuyon, Chief Commissioner Vandy, respect.